Good afternoon, and time is at about 11:44. Am I audible? All right. So, very good afternoon, and the time is at about 11:45. So, I think the so far FINNIFTY is quite stable. Let me start sharing my screen and. All right. So, yeah, I mean, it is 5 minutes linear regression. I think so far it is within the channel. So, in fact, at the bottom, it took some bit of a support here, and then trying to move up. And I hope there are not going to be a lot of manipulations. As I have been saying, these any of these indicators would not work if there is a manipulation. These are all meant for the normal human behavior. So that's what it is. As of now, these are all the positions are looking good, and let me quickly get on to the positions that I have. And so these are all the positions at this point of time. And I know not first time. I think in recent days I was doing futures earlier. So I picked up Tata Power futures, and then I did the October future, and also this is kind of a covered call. So, but before that, let me get on to FINNIFTY, which probably most of you are interested. So I did exit some of the trades, but right now I have only few trades here. So let me show. So these are all MAS. MAS is basically to differentiate between the my main trade and all right. So MAS right now I'm at 24 850p and then 24 950c. Both are at the equal number, equal premium right now. However, I think I had some varied positions here and there, but I think it's pretty much equal. I'm going to add some more things here. I think I did not come equal to this just because I ran out of the margin. So I will do that little later. But right now, these are all the positions, and so far, it gave about 1.56 lakhs, and there is, as I said, today is quite stable. So that's the reason there is. Probably relatively easy from the time decay perspective. Right now, it is at 907. Let me look at the synthetic future. Synthetic future is at about 894, which means that there could be either it could go down or synthetic future might come up. One of those things might happen. So right now, I did not put any stop losses because I'm actively monitoring, and I do not have any stop losses right now, especially for FINNIFTY. But if I get off these, and then probably I'll get into normal positions. So this is a bit of a tricky strategy. So I mean, it's more than a strategy. It's basically, see, right now I have 25,000 P. It's basically outside of this, and then this is not a strangle, to be honest, and not a straddle as well. But right now I'm at 24 950 CE with 288 quantities, and then if I remove this, it looks little different. The reason I had put this in case if there is a recovery, I probably would not really get into massive losses. So when I say recovery, if it goes into a bit of a bullish thing, I do not want to lose a lot of money. That's the reason. So I think you can probably see the graph changing, right? So suppose if I have this, probably it's about 1.5 lakhs, but then if I added this kind of a PE, if it goes up, I'll at least make some money. But if the market falls, definitely it's not going to be massive losses. So that's the reason. This is 225. It's actually overnight position, but I'm continuing. I do not want to exit this position. So I'm using this as a base to really build some of the C positions. But recently, I mean, when I say recently, probably 30 minutes ago, I also sold this 24,800 P. I know this might look a little tricky, but that's what it is. So I'm going to stay on this, and I have exited some trades here. So one is this is obviously the hedge, and then 24,050 I have exited with 1.62. 25,000 also exited with 73, and then 25,900 P I exited with a loss because when the market fell down, I think in the morning, I did not want to really get into massive losses. And also, I have a position here already in case if the market falls. I will gain on the CE, but I do not want to get into massive losses. That's the reason. I think that's the FINNIFTY. And the Bank Nifty also very similar. I have again, these are all like very tightly coordinated positions, and then it got a massive 1.3 top, 1.3 bottom. So I think until it reaches, only thing is if it goes up, I will make some more money. If it falls down, I will not lose a lot of money. I think I'll probably end up losing less money. So those are all the positions that I have. Here also, I think the only one tricky thing is I have this one 20. It's pretty much it's in the money. Call it as P. It's out of the money. No, P in the money. Sorry. So this is 54,500, while Nifty is about 54,000. So this I sold here, not bought. In case if there is a recovery, I will be able to gain some money out there, and at the same time I'll not be very panicked. Only thing is, I think if there is a massive spike, uh, it's going to be a little challenging here and there. That's all. That's all the big challenge out there. Last but not least, Nifty also. I have traded few positions, and here also same strategy. I did 1:10. It's basically PE, and this is how it would look like. And if I get it off this, it will become a very, sorry, my bad. If I get it off this one, these two, it will become a very simple CE only position. But then in case if the market recovers, I just want to protect myself. So downside, there is not much of a impact. I will still be able to cover. So upside is something that I need to take care. So, I mean, these strategies, they're not like fire and forget strategies, right? Somebody has to monitor if you're working professional, and then you do not have time to monitor. Obviously, the strategies would not work. Those places definitely you'll have to do probably a good strangle kind of a thing with very good close hedges. So, and I did Tata Power. As I said, I did futures after a long time. Usually I do not. I mean, I used to do futures probably 3 years ago, and then this is a simple, I would say, covered call on the future. So it would actually give what do you say, the returns until it reaches good returns until it reaches 500. I hope it reaches. After that, it get to be plateaued. The reason is I do have a covered call here with the C. In case obviously if it stays somewhere here, I will gain some money on the futures, but also I will gain some money on the options, because end of the October, in case if it stays below 500, I'll be able to gain some money from the this also this particular covered call. So, and also I have Tata Power stocks as well. I felt it's going to act like a some bit of a hedge in case if it fails. So I think that's all. That's all the positions that I have, and let's see how the FINNIFTY goes. And if the strategy works well, I think it should give us about uh, 5 lakhs, I think. But usually, whatever whatever we see now, the reality would be a little different, because there is going to be some spikes here and there as we reach probably about 12 o'clock or 12:30, depending on when the spikes would happen. So we'll have to do some adjustments here and there. All right. So trade flow terminal. You want to see trade flow? Okay. Let's. Okay. I'll show FINNIFTY. Yeah, my normal. Okay. Probably I'll show FINNIFTY. Yeah, this is trade flow terminal. As I said, I do not have any stop losses set there. So this is the MIS, right? So I have this condition set up here. So what are these conditions? Probably quickly explain. I do not have stop loss though, but these conditions, what happens is I do have 950 CE here and then 850 PE. In case right now the premiums are pretty much close to each other. There is not much of a difference. While I have a lot more positions on the CE side. Let me see some. All right, so I think pretty much equal positions and 12,600. This is basically few 800 less. That's all right. So that's not a big difference, but I'll compensate that little later. The only two conditions I had put, one condition is if the price difference between these two is 50%. So which means that let's say this goes to 20, this goes to 10. The 10 will actually, this 850 will move to 900. That's all. And also I want to exit in case if the max price of this actually breaches 23 and also max price of this breaches 27. I think those are the two conditions. Probably I'll get it to a little less. All right, so that's all. Those are all the two conditions that I have here. There are no other conditions, and let us in fact, it is also good to see this PNL chart here. So PNL obviously did not start with, start with 0 and then it went up to 80,000, again fell down at about 1030, I think. Again, there were some falls here and there, but I think overall it is hovering at about 140 right now. But then it's definitely not a straightforward PNL. I just wanted to let you know. I think this also gone into some bit of a stress. So morning it went to, when it opened, it went to minus 70K. And then yeah, after that it picked up a little bit and peak it went to 1 lakh, I think, at about 1030. Obviously I did some adjustment, so I have exited some of the positions. So I think that's the those are all the things, and maybe those are all the nifty. Let's look at bank nifty. So bank nifty, as I shown earlier, I do have 59,000, 54,900 CE, and then 54,600 CE, and these are all like, if I add the 54 plus 27, it will come to close to about 8,000, around 8,000, I think. And then PE, I have only 450 here, and then this is 54,500 PE, which is, I think, in the money. Yeah, in the money. I let's get confused. Yeah, so but that's all right. So in case if it actually reverses, I'll this quantity will cover quite a bit, while I might exit some of these positions on the way to up move. But as I said, you need to monitor. Otherwise, if you're not monitoring, some of these positions would be a little tricky to manage. And then I also added the 54,500 PE. This is to compensate some of the losses that I might get from here, because it is very close. So PE head. So that's the only reason. This is basically to recover the losses on the head. So it's little tricky position out there. All right, I think those are all the things. And Nifty also I'll show very quickly. And so Nifty, yeah, I think my assumption is right now we're at the top of the hill, right? So there could be some reversal, there could be again up move, I do not know. But at the same time, I have again mixed strategy here. So let's look at the graph here. So the peak is going to be some 3 lakhs, and then the downfall, in case if Nifty absolutely crashes, I will not get into massive losses. But in case if it is going up, I'll have to do some adjustment. But if it is falling down, I would not probably do much of an adjustment and just leave it there. I'm okay to take some losses there. Maybe I might add some more CE positions. So that's the thinking at this point of time. All right, then I think that's the positions that I have. And let me go back to. So what's happening? So far, I think it's good from the time that we started. And let's look at, I think, yeah, I think there is some consolidation. This is going to be a little tricky zone now. So they're going to be either up move or down move. We'll have to see 12 o'clock what's going to happen. I think another couple of seconds to 12 o'clock. And yeah, as I said, this is definitely A bit scary because I did not put SL, so nothing happened here. So that's the trade here, and no rocket science. Let's see. I think I need to keep an eye on my positions. So right now, I'm only monitoring MIS. I'm not monitoring the other one because MIS got very close premium. So all right, I think it's as I said, right now it is in the consolidation. Anything can happen, so let's watch out. And meanwhile, I think it's okay. There is a probably I'll put some alerts here in case if something happens, we'll get to know. But other, I think as far as it is within these limits, nothing to worry. But yeah, if it goes above these things, we'll have to be a bit careful. That's all. So I had put about 24,915 and then 24,890. But the as I said, synthetic futures is actually trading close to 7 points below the price. So that gives some good sense that it is probably will not have a lot of massive up move at least. All right, so let me take some questions and then I will also switch off my screen. Okay, I'm back to the screen. All right, any questions from any of you? How you put in, yeah, SL, I think I did explain this earlier. Good books for beginners to start. So I think you can pick up any book which actually talks about technical analysis, fundamental analysis. There are plenty of books. So I do not invest in SME stocks. So I take enough risk on the options. So I don't want to take some more risk on SME stocks. So that's so the way which I do is I'm extremely cautious on the stocks. So I do not want to take risk on the stocks. My stock investments are very value and then fundamental based. So because as I said, I'm already taking a lot of risk on options. I do not want to mess up the stocks and mutual funds. Definitely, at least they should. Even if I lose options, they should make some money on the stocks. So that's the intention. I think I'm talking about the books. Books, I think there are a lot of good books on the fundamental technical analysis, and also I think Investopedia is also a good site you can read, and the Jiroda Varsity is also a good place, and you can definitely go on and read. I think there is good amount of content out there. I don't think you need to buy a book and then start reading. There's a lot of online content available for free. Yeah, I will probably do. I think I did cover this in one of my first video. Some bit around fundamental and also technical analysis, but I'll did I cover? I'm not sure if I covered, but no, I don't think I covered. Probably I'll do that. I'll do that some point of time. So I'll start with the fundamental analysis and then maybe a live stream or otherwise I will try to do that. Yeah. So mutual funds is very relatively easy, Prabhu. So I mean I usually say this as a joke, right? So um, okay, so I think I published on Twitter. Okay, all right. So I did not remember. So mutual funds, right? So my view, say you pick up, let's say, large cap, small cap, mid cap, and then balanced fund, and maybe some momentum funds, and then you close your eyes, do pinky ponk, and then pick up some mutual funds. You'll still make money. It is as easy as that, as I said, right? So usually what happens is mutual funds, they have a mutual fund manager. They're obligated to ensure that the fund performs very well. So and in fact, SEBI also implemented a rule that that salary, certain percent of salary goes from the mutual funds performance. So their variable pay obviously depends on how the fund is doing. So they have a vested interest in ensuring the fund actually does well. But all the funds would do very well. Answer could be yes or no. That's the reason you'll have to do some bit of a diversification between the fund houses and also between the type of funds. So there are multiple types of funds. So I think, Prabhu, I know your age. So at your age, I think you probably should probably get into a lot of equity, not necessarily debt and other things. All right. So are you? Yeah, I do have overnight positions, Pradeep. So I'm carrying some of these positions to tomorrow as well because day trading became quite challenging. In fact, I'm reducing a lot of my capital from day trading, definitely. Right. Any other questions? Okay, I think I spent enough time online. Any other questions if you have, we can actually speak. But otherwise, as I said, this is the range right now. So 24,915, and then the below is 24,890. If any of these thing breaks on the 5 minutes candle, handsomely, when I say handsomely, the candle has to close and then start either out of this or above this. So that's where we will actually say that there's going to be some fall or the rise. So overnight typically strangles, no other great strategy. In the camel pivots, what levels is the weakest point? In case if it breaks, it will go to the next level faster. So yeah, so I think the L3 is obviously L3, H3 are the most prominent points. In fact, today we see L3 here. In case if it breaks, usually L4, again, people say that it wouldn't stand value. If it breaks L3, you can directly target for L5. So, but again, as I said, if there is a manipulation, nothing would work. So you'll have to pray God and then leave it there. These are all for the normal humans like us. If somebody is trying to manipulate, I think it really doesn't work. Okay, so yeah, spikes. I think you'll have to. So spikes, the only way to deal with is, as I said earlier, also right. Spreads we'll have to do, and then obviously can't put stop losses. But if you're working professionally, can't monitor the screen, I would never expect you to do the day trading. So that would be disaster. But you can do a positional trade, definitely. Positional trade also, not weekly expiry, but then monthly expiry would definitely work. And also, if you're doing positional trades, so do not do the immediate week, probably a week later. That way, it will be a lot more protected compared to you doing immediate trades. One second, what is happening? So there is definitely some kind of an up move, but right now the synthetic future is still 24,899, while the so as I said, we'll have to keep an eye on this particular number, which is 24,915. So let's see if it crosses, then we will be worried. But if it doesn't cross, I think that's all right. So this is the number. So I had put two alerts now. So while I'm speaking, in case if some some sound comes, I'll be able to manage it. Prabhas, where are you from? Hey, I live in Bangalore, Prabhas, and I'm originally from Andhra Pradesh, Tenali. But I'm living in Bangalore for many years. So right now, I would say Bangalore is my place. I know a little bit of Kannada as well. I think all the people from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, they can read Kannada because the script is same. So that way, the life is a lot more easy here compared to a lot of other South Indian states. All right. Okay, that's great. So I was in Hyderabad this Sunday to meet some traders. Maybe next time when I'm there, we'll definitely catch up. No, I rarely do straddles. Not only FINNIFTY, I think anything I would not do straddles mostly because straddles difficult to. Uh, no, it's not Kannadiga. It's Karnataka. Kannada is the language. Kannadiga is the person who's speaking Kannada. So you should say Karnataka. God, please not performing in Karnataka. I should say not Kannadiga. Yeah, I mean Coldplay. I just googled yesterday. To be honest, first time I heard only day before yesterday. So sorry if there are any fans, but unfortunately, I do not know. I do not follow English bands and other people. Somebody also shared some YouTube videos. I just watched one video. I couldn't really sustain after 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes, I think. That's all right. Each one of us have our own tastes. So nothing right, nothing wrong. All right. I think I think market is still consolidating. I think this consolidation phase is quite dangerous. So we'll have to actively monitor in case if you're trading. So anything breaks this place, I think it will be disaster. All right, then I think probably we are 30 minutes into the trade, and I'm happy to stay for probably to see the breakout in case it happens. But otherwise, any other questions from any of you? Let me quickly go to my positions. I did not check. So definitely, 1 second. Okay, I think I think FinNifty, there is some, earlier it was less than, more than 2, I think. Right now it is a little less than 2. That's all right. So let's look at FinNifty. What is happening? So right now in the normal pivot points, it is actually hovering in the middle. Let's look at CPR. No, I think it doesn't have CPR. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's fine. Not much. So that's okay. I think this zone is definitely is, as I said, little dangerous zone. We'll have to keep an eye. Of course. So because this is a pretty much consolidation zone, right? From almost like 11 o'clock till 12, I think. So in case if it breaks any of these ranges, I think there's going to be some breakout, and also at least the channel is showing a bit of an upward trend. Let me get down to 15 minutes and then see what it stands. And 15 minutes also showing upward trend, and yeah, this is showing upward. But let's see. As I said, anything can happen any these days, right? So we'll have to keep an eye. But yeah, there could be something. I mean, right now I'm expecting not a breakdown, but a breakup. You are right. So I mean, this is what which I have been saying, right? I think I know many people are not happy when I said that you need to have at least 25 lakhs capital. A lot of people approached me saying that I have some 10 lakhs capital. Okay, not even 10 lakhs. I think few people said that some 75,000, 1 lakh. The reality is, at least you should have 25 to 50 lakhs to really do a reasonable trade, either it is buyer or seller. And you will not put all the money into the trade, right? So you'll start with probably 10 lakhs and then see in case if a trade goes well, you will make money. If trade doesn't go well, you will have some money to recover. So if you just carry 1 lakh and then first trade itself you lose 50, if you lose 50,000, pretty much your 50% capital is wiped out in one trade and then you are just out of the market. So you should have definitely good capital. Any future plan to create algo for TBS and the direction, sir? It will. No, I am not interested in doing that right now because I also need to focus on my startup, which I'm more excited. So at least startup, I'll be able to meet a lot of people. So because trading, it's you'll only speak to price and PC. There not much of people around, right? So at least startup will give me some opportunity to meet a lot more people. At the end of the day, life's purpose is to not make money, right? Life's purpose is also to how do we help others as well. So all right, so I think that's good of a philosophical answer. I think can you DM me on the Twitter, Pradeep? And it's basically based on the fire what I said is financially independent and retire early. So retire early, obviously personal choice, but becoming financially independent is a lot more uh, worthwhile. So I started. I know I'm not SEBI registered right now, but then in at least I started doing some bit of a planning for a few people for free. Until I'll do that for about 100 people for free, and then yeah, if they are beneficial or if they get benefited out of this, and if they feel some value, then I want to really expand that. And at that point of time, in fact, I'm in the process of registering a company. Once that is done, we'll be able to do in a bit of a big way. So if any of you are interested, obviously reach out to me. That is nothing to, yeah, I think there was a breakout. Uh, all right. Let me. So right now it's, yeah, I think I'll have to exit the C. So I put a condition right now. I'm not exiting outrightly because, as I said, I wanted to see this particular thing. The 5 minutes candle has to. I think I said 915, right? So let me put this back again. So the next 5 minutes candle has to start after this. That point of time, I'll probably exit, but until such a time, I had put a anyway stop loss in case if crosses before that, I'll have to manage that. So this is normal. So right now the CE 950C is about 1730 rupees, and 1 second. Wait till 24933. Okay, let's wait. 24933. But I think yesterday close was not that, right? Was it? Yeah, I think this one 933. You got 1 more minute to see what could be this 5 minutes candle closure. What is time now? 12:20. So this was yesterday's close, I think. Let's draw a line here. All right. So the synthetic feature is still 24919. So how to get panicked? Let's have some water. So I put a stop loss at about 24 right now. So right now it is about 21, I think. Let's see if it's going to execute that. All right. So because of that up move, there was definitely some impact to the profit. I think 2 lakhs to now 1.86. So I think that's all right. It's not a very massive change. This candle got another 3 minutes, and this I think my view is a deciding candle. Let's see how this would actually perform. Let's take some questions. And I think the 933 was broken, but however, synthetic feature it is 922. I think there is 10 points difference, so 921 rather right now. So let's see. There is 10 points difference. I think this is a good strategy. Yeah. Trade flow got that feature. You can also put on the spot price and also synthetic price. So the challenge is, I mean, I do that sometimes if the quantity is less, but the challenge is sometimes even the spot price also very spiky, right? So it's very difficult to manage. So I think I do combination sometimes anyway. Thank you for that. All right, then I think market is trying to move up a little bit. Let's probably I'll exit. Sorry, not exit. I will end the live trade at about 12:25. So right now I had put a stop loss at about 26 for a. So PE anyway, I do have 25,000 PE, which is good in case if the market moves up, that would actually make money. And also I just moved 24,850 PE to bit closure. Sorry, 24,800 PE to closure. So let's see how this is going to shape up. In fact, I can actually come bit closure as well. But as I said, I want to wait for this next candle, another 1 minute, I think, and then see how it goes. So I also started reading this book in case if Wisdom of Ants. It's actually on the short history of economics. So it's a good book. I just started. All right, I think this is slightly cooling down, but then we can now trust. We'll have to wait for next 5 minutes to get over. So I think the 5 minutes candle is trying to go up. I hope, I think so. Don't exit in the position till the. Yeah, I agree, absolutely agree with you. So right now, I think still hovering at about at least the 931, 930, and only thing is the synthetic feature, the distance is coming down. So right now, about 9 points or 8 points. So it's very close cut. So let's also put that this one. Yeah, if we hear one more tick sound, I think that's where we need to be a bit cautious. But otherwise, let's wait and then watch. Thank you, Pradeep. All right, then I think 12:26, and I'll start reading some books. And I think that this looks okay now. It's about 18.25 or whatever. Not kind of cool down. Let's go back to the positions before we wind up. I think again, trust back to probably 2 lakhs. I think that's good. And I think other Tata Power is doing well. Okay, futures is doing good, so that's good. And yeah, that's fine. So I think this, as I said, this is more of a covered call strategy. So I'm not much worried in the options. All right, then. Have a great remaining day. And if you're trading, have a profitable day. Bye bye.